Hello folks, this is a video response to Katiefershadybaby and why being an atheist makes me happy. Honestly, I grew up with a rather religious set of parents. There wasn't really too much other family around, but my folks have always been rather religious, or at least if you ask me, they always have been. And I don't know, it always created weird thoughts, weird ideas in my head, honestly. The kind of places you can go with the concepts of God and the devil and all this other shit. You know, like when I was a little kid, I used to think about, and it sounds ridiculous. It honestly is ridiculous, but I used to think of, like, killing the devil with a shotgun or something. um, then when I got older, there was this kid who called me the devil, and it, like, stuck with me. Like, really kind of fucked with my head for a long damn time. One starting to read Revelations at that point, and got my cousin was talking about stuff having to do with demonic signs and shit like that, so I was curious about what he thought about that stuff. And for a long time, I was thinking I was the Antichrist, and then I was thinking other people were the Antichrist, and I was always looking around for the devil in myself and in everyone else. You know, it doesn't it's not conducive to any healthy mental stability at all to be thinking about this type of shit. But I was when I was younger. When I got a little bit older, when I was in my late teens, I was agnostic. I still consider myself agnostic, but I consider myself agnostic atheist. Back then, I was like agnostic theist. I believed in God, but I didn't know if it was Christian God, and there was a lot of weird shit that would go through my head, like, how do you know if your thoughts are really yours or if God's just putting them in your head? How do you know that the appearance of reality is actual reality? Maybe I'm the only person who's actually a human being. Maybe I'm just surrounded by robots. You know? And I used to have all these weird thoughts in my head. You know? Very little concept of anything that could be considered reality. A willingness to believe in anything, but also a large skepticism about anything definite. And I still have that skepticism about definite sayings, but it's just a very loose grasp on reality. There was a fear of hell, a fear of the devil, fear of evil in people, you know, and there's still a slight fear of evil in people, but not of the devil, not of hell, since I don't believe they exist anymore. But growing up religious, I had a lot of fear. And I had a bit of guilt and shame for being attracted to members of the opposite sex, you know. Sexual thoughts were thoughts that you were not supposed to have. You weren't supposed to think that way. It was wrong. It's a sin. You know, and I still believe that there's a certain way you act on that. There's a certain way you treat women. You know, I still believe in basic morality about that. But I don't have the guilt and shame about feeling that way or having the occasional thought in my head about stuff like that. Honestly, growing up Christian for me, there's just a lot of fear, a lot of guilt, and a lot of shame. Fear of dark forces of spirituality and guilt and shame just for being human. So no, I'm not one bit sorry that I'm not Christian anymore. Honestly, I'm a lot happier right now with my life and who I am than I really ever was when I was growing up. Um, I hope everyone has a good night. I guess that's it. See you later.